All right, Eddie, so first things first, Valdespin gets his shot finally at second base, and Murphy goes to first.
Yep, that's the plan. They're going to face 3 right-handers here against St. Louis. They should have 3 right-handers against the Cubs, so Valdespin may get the entire week here if things go well. So we'll see. And Murphy will he may sub out occasionally at first. Satin may play there. Terry was asked about you could leave Murphy at first and actually play Satin and Valdespin in a platoon at second base if Satin's going to play. He's actually played more games at second base in his career than he has at first base, but he's a second baseman by trade. But Terry will wheel Murphy between first and second if needed. Mostly at first. He'll play second occasionally, but I think they wanted to obviously not give the impression that Ike is being replaced. It's just a short-term thing, and they hope he's going to be back here and hitting like he did last year.
Well, Eddie, I mean, Sandy, I'm sure didn't raise any eyebrows by saying Ike is part of the core, but I'm sure he did raise a couple by saying that Tejada and Duda were not. So, I'm sure, especially Duda, probably didn't like hearing that.
No, but you know what? I think Sandy basically, I don't know if he said it yesterday, but I think he intimated it. Exactly what have they done to prove that they are?
No, he said they weren't. I mean, he made it very clear.
No, but I mean, it's. I think if you want to further that, they really haven't done that much to prove that they belong as part of the core. So, I think people thought of Tejada that way, and it's possible that you can look at that and see a little incentive maybe.
I don't know. He said he's never stopped looking for a shortstop, which I thought was pretty telling. You know that?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Again, I think Tejada has more talent than what he has shown this year. Now the reasons for that, I don't know. I think he came into camp out of shape. He probably never got totally in shape, and he's gone through some tough times this year. So. But, do you learn lessons from that? And when you come back, be a better player, we'll find out. But we'll see. I think he can play much better than what he has. And Duda, listen, I mean, the jury has been out on Duda. It's not that I'm not a fan. I can see what he can do, but you just have to do it on a consistent basis, and he hasn't done it. So there's no reason to think of him as part of the core.
No, I personally never have. I can tell you that. I'm not a big Duda guy. And the other thing is Nieuwenhuis gets a shot here. I don't know how long. I guess the home run barrage, they made that point yesterday, gave him a chance here, but he's going to have to prove right away because the way it sounded yesterday, there's more guys coming. If these guys don't do it, there's going to be guys coming behind them.
Well, there will be. Listen, they'll easily spin guys out of here if they're not doing the job here. Nieuwenhuis has got to cut down the strikeouts. I think we know that. He proved that he could hit at AAA, but at the same time, Las Vegas can inflate some of those numbers, too. Josh Satin is not a home run hitter, and he's got, 9 home runs,
Well, he made the point yesterday, Sandy, saying that Nieuwenhuis's homers were not Vegas-aided. They were all legitimate home runs.
Mm-hmm. That's good to hear. There's no question. And listen, he has the power to do that, but he did not make a lot of contact when he was up here before, and that became a real problem, obviously, while they shipped him out of here, and that happened to him last year, too. So we'll see if the third time's a charm, so to speak, and he's going to get an opportunity to do it. There's no question. They like Lagares. They like what they've seen. They'll give him some turns out there, too, but they want to see if they can get Nieuwenhuis going and take it from there. There are other guys, but, Andrew Brown has been here before. He had 2 home runs last night. Wilmer Flores hit 1 last night down at AAA. But Brown has been here earlier this year.
Yeah, I didn't even remember him. I mean, he's here for 15. He's only here for 15 at bats, though.
It was a short cameo, and it wasn't very good. So
I mean, listen, who knows if he's a player? The other kid, Campbell, who knows if he's a player? I don't know, but it sounds like they're going to go through these guys now pretty fast and furious.
Well, I think it's going to be a quick evaluation on a lot of people, and I think Valdespin falls into that category too. He's going to be given a chance. Now, when he has started, he has not performed that well. He's been a big lift off the bench and given them some magic moments and given them some power off the bench too. But if you put him out there as a starter, he's kind of failed that test. So he's going to have a chance here over a short period of time to get it done. But you know what? If it's not a good week, that may be the only week that you get. So I guess you probably better make do pretty quickly.
I also wonder about whether this becomes a Vegas New York thing the way the Yankee thing used to be a Tampa, New York thing, where it became a very, very competitive thing when they would send a guy down and it would be, okay, we'll fix him in Tampa and send him back. That used to tick the Yankee management here, the guys who were coaching here, off. You wonder if that happens now, whether,
Right.
we had to send Ike Davis to the minors to get fixed. You wonder if that develops between Vegas and New York the way it used to between New York and Tampa with the Yankees.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike. I guess time will play out, and we'll see if that's the case. But I don't sense that really. I don't kind of sense that scenario developing. Ike is a guy. Listen, he's been stubborn. There's no question about that. There are things in his swing that I don't think he can totally fix. He's got a hitch. But and Terry was talking a little bit about that today. That's probably still going to be there when it gets back. What they have to do is eliminate some of the other motion in his swing because there's, he's got 1,000 moving parts there. If they can get rid of some of the other moving parts, he's going to, be able to keep some of the things which are near and dear to him and things that kind of get his swing going. So I think, what they do with him down there, obviously, if they can just get him on track and maybe clear his mind a little bit, I think that's going to help. Honestly, I think it's a good thing for him in that sense, just that he gets out of here and gets away from New York, doesn't hear the boos, and, clears his head a little bit and gets back on track. And then when it comes up here, if he can do the same thing, he'll be fine.